Hello, my name is Bianca from the Ukrainian Actors and Actresses fandom. In today's episode of The Magic Behind Ukrainian Actors, I don't have an actor, but I have someone from behind the camera. But he's very important to all these vertical movies because he is a film editor. Welcome, Bohdan.
Hello. Hi, Bianca. Hi, Alexandra. Nice to meet you. My
Hi.
name is my name is Bogdan. I'm video editor.
We decided upfront because I have problems with pronouncing his last name that I only say Bohdan.
No
Uh,
problem.
maybe you maybe you
Bo
can say the
Bogdan
full name.
Nagurny. Nagurny. Bogdan Nagurny.
Yeah. And as you already welcomed Alexandra too, Alexandra is with us today again, just in case if Bohdan needs some help with the translation. Welcome, Alexandra. By the way, congratulations, Alexandra. You just got into it's an acting school, is it
Yeah,
right?
it's like a school for music and acting, but thank you very much.
Congratulations for the acceptance.
Thank you.
So you see, we have the new ones. If she's done with
New actress, yeah.
education, she can join the vertical space, maybe
Yeah,
if she wants
maybe,
to.
yeah.
We will see.
But anyway, like I said, Bohdan is a film editor and he is editing our beloved Ukrainian verticals. Maybe you can tell us for which projects you were responsible, if you remember the
Mm,
names
which projects I have created, yeah?
from out of the vertical space.
I created 12 verticals for drama shorts, drama box, and my drama. The biggest banger, I think that it's Age Gap.
Oh,
You saw it with Malkova and Bogdan Ruban. A really good vertical. And the at least the last one is Mafia Boss for drama box. It gained
no,
100.
no, is it No Escape?
One.
Guys, you see, he is responsible that we all love these verticals. Thank you
Yeah.
for that. And
Thank you.
last year, the Age Gap won an award at the Short Film Festival. Congratulations to that.
Thank you. Really good story and good acting.
Definitely.
Really loved it.
Many people out of the audience loved Age Gap. If I have, for example, a category on my Instagram profile. It's called Fandom Friday, where I'm asking the audience always some questions. And if there's something about verticals, it doesn't matter what, Age Gap is mostly in it.
Cool. Really cool. And
And I know,
the director Lola Zakarchuk,
yeah,
I think he's really good at it.
she did a good job, definitely. And Tetiana Markova, she is a queen of facial expressions, so she don't have
Yeah.
to say much, and she's telling you a full story, and it was amazing.
I
But
agree.
before we go more in this subject, maybe you could explain to everyone what is actually your job description. What do you have to do regarding a vertical?
I can start from beginning how I enter this sphere, or
That would be cool too. How you got into the film industry, or especially in the vertical space.
it started from the beginning. It's about 2014 when I was started at Kyiv Polytechnic Institute for specialization engineering. But I have hobby editing videos for YouTube, some games, this. And I decided to turn my hobby into the profession. And I joined Novi TV, Novi channel, for internship for 3 months. And here I learned how to edit some music, some sound effects, some color correction, and worked at TV for 2.5 years. After that, I worked different productions, freelance, and from 2022, I joined the AMO Pictures and started created for Facebook, for YouTube, some story like Dramatize Me, Storyvise, Blockbuster, and this kind of stories. And from 2023, when verticals began in Ukraine, in Ukraine industry. We started to create vertical films, and first one which I created, it was Taming Mr. Black with Max Tkachenko and Tanya Zlova. It was my first vertical story.
Yeah, that's an amazing one too.
Yeah. At least I saw that in Instagram drama shorts, it pinned reels, 1 million views or something like that, just for reels. I don't know how views for the whole story, but it's really cool to start.
Yeah, unfortunately, drama shorts and my drama don't show in their apps how many views there are. Unfortunately, I would love to
Yeah.
see that, like other apps have this. But I must admit, the clicks on on these verticals from all verticals all over the world, I don't believe them
Yeah,
because I
I think
guess
that it's not true. Maybe it's a secret, maybe it's a gossip, I don't know. Probably it's not the real numbers
because
of views and this one.
yeah, because I would love to see how those views get voted by watching the full story or just click in an ad, for example, on Facebook or Instagram. If does this count already as a view as well? So I'm not sure about it. And I would love, for example, in these apps, you always can click on the like button
Hmm.
mostly, but you don't have a dislike button because sometimes there are verticals which are really not good. It depends on the story, it depends on the acting or on the post-production. Because sometimes the story is really good. The actors do such a good job, but sometimes the post-production mess it up. So I would
Yeah,
love
it's
to
true.
have a dislike button. So that's maybe something to see if the audience likes stories like that.
Sometimes, like ago, Facebook has dislike button, but they delete it.
Yeah, on Facebook, but in the apps, you don't find that.
Yeah.
And
I saw they have some statistics, likes, and this one, but it's private information. They will not post it because a lot of different apps and they can steal it and use in their apps because it's all business money.
definitely, I mean, there are a lot of apps, and I'm not just watching verticals from Ukraine, I'm also watching verticals from all over the world. And by now, I guess I watched around 1,200 verticals. And around 550, I call them mini movies like on Dramatize Me, Love, Buster TV, and Be Kind. Because in my fandom, my headquarter of the fandom is on Discord. Why Discord? Discord, I can provide there much more information about these actors and verticals than I ever could do on the social media. Because
Hmm.
every single actor who's a member in my fandom have a own profile where you can find all the social media channels I found so far, but also the filmographies of the mini movies and the verticals. And right now I have 177 actors and actresses in my fandom. And I'm way back behind to have all the filmographies of the mini movies because I guess on YouTube there are around 1,600 to 1,800 mini movies. That's a lot.
Yeah,
And
really a lot.
yeah, and we are working on it, but the main priority for my fandom are these verticals.
Hmm.
And if I can provide more infos about the mini movies, great, but this is not really a priority. But regarding your job, so you are responsible to doing the cuts in the movies, or what are you doing there?
I can tell all flow, which what I do. For example, one vertical, it's about from 6 to 10 days shooting.
Hmm.
And when they shoot first day, some video engineer sent me raw materials project, and I took it, and I got script. I see what scenes they have shoot this day, and I read script and do some cuts. I watch all master plan, medium plan, some close-ups, and after that I start to edit these scenes. So I edit not the whole film at one time. I edit some scenes, and after that I complete episodes, and episodes complete to a whole story.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, can you decide yourself how to edit it, or do you have to work according some given guidelines?
Actually, I don't have guidelines because I understand that in these vertical stories you have to use a lot close-ups
Yeah.
because it's story for mobile. I think maybe 19% people watch using their mobile, and maybe 10% watch web version of this mobile of these apps. So I more use some close-ups because to see some emotions, but sometimes I use frames medium or master plan because you have to see some actions in the scene.
Yeah.
You should see atmosphere, what is the location, to that viewer have to feel this story.
Yeah. So you doing the magic.
Thank you. No, not
Yeah,
just me, and not just me. It's a lot of team.
yeah, you have colleagues for sure, because in Ukraine they are shooting a lot of projects, and like I said, not just verticals, even mini movies. So you can't do it all yourself. And did I understood correct? If they shot already the first shooting day, for example, they give you immediately the material, and you start immediately to edit it. And on the end,
Not just this day, maybe one day later, 2 day later, but yes, it's very fast cycle for post-production because vertical is about fast,
yeah, the pace
pace is
is
really
crazy.
mean, yeah, because if we okay.
Vergleichen.
You can't compare. Yeah,
Compare verticals and some movies that you watch in cinema, yeah, these movies can take for 1, 2 year, 3 year
yeah.
for shooting, for post-production, but verticals really 3, 4, maybe maximum 6 months to create the whole story.
Yeah. I was impressed, for example, they shot a vertical right before Christmas with Katarina Belinska and Pierre Loger. It's called The Bodyguard, I Can't Escape.
Mhm.
And they finished shooting it right before Christmas, and beginning of January, they already released it. So that was a real quick post-production. So I was
Yeah.
impressed how quick that went. So
The guys
sometimes,
have a really huge experience in that because they can create very fast.
yeah,
I mean, post-production, editing, sound, color correction, mastering.
I can say I talked to a few people, not just the audience worldwide, but also to many people out of the vertical industry from all over the world. And if I ask them, hey, did you ever hear about Ukrainian verticals, or did you even watched one? They mostly say, oh my God, how they are shooting it, and the light in it, and the color. It's great to see. And that brings me to my next question, actually, because recently we seen a lot of verticals from all around the world where the music in it becomes very loud sometimes. Even if it's actually a background music, it's so loud that you barely can hear the dialogue. And I have a friend, Michaela. She have a podcast. It's called Let's Talk About Verticals, and she spoke to someone, and they editing the music into the vertical by doing it on the PC, but they don't
Mhm.
check it out how it sounds if you have ear plugs in, because most of the audience don't watch those verticals on a loudspeaker. They have earphones in it. And then it can become so very loud. How do you guys do it in Ukraine? Do you take care on the end to listening it maybe with earphones or earplugs, how it sounds, so it's not that it's not become so loud, for example.
Yeah, sure. All time check it. At first, we have different departments. We have music editor. We have sound effects like that, and they finished separately dialogues, separately music, separately sound effects, and we have also mastering editor. That person completed all in one project. So
Hmm.
this person take colored video, dialogues, sound effects, music, all of that in one project. And when it's complete, after that, of course, in earplugs, you watched and listen it. Because I compare, for example, drama box stories, not AMO Pictures, but I don't know, maybe some another production because it's
Hmm.
really a big app, and
Yeah.
I think that they pay money for different production for whole the world, and they get different quality because quality of our verticals really good, not just an image, it's a sound too, but different stories from another production. Yeah, I meant I saw that the sound is not good. It's a really problem. And
What in my eyes
some
is sorry, go
sorry,
on.
sorry, and sometimes and the pictures is not really good. They have just, for example, master plan, and they just scale picture and upscale, scale, upscale. They don't have some medium, some close-ups, and it's I think low budget films.
Like everywhere, mostly.
Yeah, and they needed just not 100% high quality products. Probably they need quantity because a lot of
That's
people.
correct. Regarding quality and quantity, I can tell you some apps like Real Short, they bring in recently out so many new verticals each week. Sometimes each day there are maybe two or three or four new stories. And recently there have been so many verticals which weren't good, where the audience started to watch it and turned it off out of a few reasons. Mostly because the story is repeating themselves for the 5,000th time, just with a different cast. But also, for example, the sound is bad. You can't
Mhm.
listening 1.5 hour to a story if the sound is so bad, or sometimes the light in it, or the color if it's too bright, you know. It's sometimes difficult to watch something like that. And they bringing out one and after another new vertical. And I would prefer if the apps would maybe slow down a little bit. And yes, we people out of the audience, we want to see new stories. We love that, but we are willing to wait for something if the quality becomes better.
Yeah,
And a few months ago, I talked to Anton Skripets from AMO and the licensing and production, no, yeah, production executive of AMO, who's selling the finished stories to the apps. He said once, even if you have low budget, you always need to make it still look cinematic.
yeah, it's
And
true.
that's what I about Ukrainian verticals, because he told me also there are many people who working behind the camera who comes from cinema movies, from TV shows, etc. They know how to shoot, for example, horizontals, and they know how to do a good quality, and you bring it into the vertical space, and I like that a lot. I like that a
Yeah,
lot. Is it, or I don't know if you talk about sound effects. Sometimes in these verticals, not really in Ukraine, it's from somewhere else, they put sometimes ridiculous sound effects in, like something is falling down and you just hear a boing, or you hear a meow or something. I don't know why they are doing it. It's ridiculous. I
I
hope.
know, I know. I have an answer for this. I think that they did it because they need to pay your attention because maybe it's some cringe sounds, yeah, not good at the whole story, but probably you don't look at this time, yeah, and when you hear some strange sound, you will pay attention to your phone at this moment.
Yeah, but I always say I'm not in the kindergarten, and sometimes I feel if I see something like that, like they think the audience is stupid, you know? And
Yeah,
I don't
probably,
need
yeah.
that. I mean, if you need to put something in like that, then you should think about that you maybe did something wrong on another place in this vertical to get the attention of the audience, you know? And it's I don't know. Sometimes it's weird what some production teams are doing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Probably it depends to the audience because verticals became from China, and
Hmm.
probably they loved it. I don't know because nowadays there are a lot of audience from USA, from Europe, not just Asia.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it depends on it.
Yeah, yeah. Since you said you are from begin on in the vertical space, and I mean 2023, that's the year where it started even in America with the verticals. And does the editing or the way how you edit a vertical, does the technique or does something changed since then in how you do in your job?
Something changed for 3 years at least, yeah. And it depends on which app I edit in because
Hmm.
if we compare drama shorts or drama box, yeah, drama box they have more Chinese Asia
Hmm.
audience and they need fast story, very pacing have to be very fast
Hmm.
and each frame is important so you can't edit a lot of master plans to add atmosphere for 10 seconds or 15 seconds, yeah. You have to action, plot twist, close-ups, cliffhangers should be for 10 or 15 minutes for story. Yeah, it's the most important part of the story because after 10 and 15 minutes paywall first
Hmm.
and you have to create story that every cliffhanger, for example, some action or maybe kiss, but not now in the next episode, it's dopamine bomb, I think, when you watch
Yeah.
it. And if compare drama box and drama shorts more slowly, not that fast like drama box. But it's similar verticals. Maybe in 2023 there are a lot of story about wolves, about alpha king, lycan king. After that, 2024, it was a period when some billionaires, some mates, this story were
And
famous.
vampires.
Vampires, yeah, yeah. And 2025 probably it's Mafia, this one, stories.
Mm, let's say it this way. I can speak about verticals from all over the world. For example, still there are mafia verticals, yes, but there's a change somehow. I mean, you will always have the billionaire CEO, always.
Yeah, all time, all time.
That's a non-stop going
Rich
thing.
and poor all time.
Yeah, yeah. And I like, for example, mafia genres, but there must be so many new genres which we craving for. And unfortunately, I mean, thanks God in Ukraine it's not that bad at all. But in many verticals, they are very violent, especially against females. And they have
Yeah.
always banquet those unnecessary banquet scenes where they slapping each other just because they want to slap, and that's going over sometimes 30, 40 episodes, and you asking what does it have to do with the story. And I see a difference from the beginning 23 and 24. There were less violence in these verticals.
Yes.
And it still worked, and they still had a lot of views. But recently they started to do more of these violent stuff, and I can tell you, many of the people in the community don't like that at all. What came up last year often were the BDSM subject, and
Yeah.
but there are so many. Let's say it this way: the apps are not willing to risk new genres. Sometimes I have the feeling because they don't know how the audience will like it. But
Yeah.
they should get more, well, they should take more the risk to figure it out, and they will see that the audience will like new genres. For example, there are right now two pirate verticals. They just shot two pirate verticals, and one of them will be on my drama. And it's so great to see those different genres. What is regarding editing? What is more difficult for you to edit an action scene or an intimate dialogue scene?
Intimate dialogues is not hard,
It's it's not
except
the intimacy scene. It's if
intimacy.
it's a
Ah, you,
dialogue.
you, you mean some sex, this one.
If it's more difficult for you if there is a fight scene and you have many movements in it, or if there's just a conversation which is going a little bit deeper or something. Which is more difficult for you to edit?
More difficult for me to edit a scene where a lot of people, not just two or three or four,
Mm-mm.
maybe 10, because you have to watch each frame, not to lose each reaction, because
Yeah.
you have not only main line, you have a lot of sub lines from different characters, and you have to remember in your head all time the script, all connections between characters. Action scene, fighting scene is more difficult than some intimacy. I like to edit in some intimacy scenes. Lola Zakarchuk, director, she really good at shooting these scenes because really good frames and it's really amazing.
That's what I'm always saying. We Europeans are maybe more open-minded. You see maybe more nudity, but the intimacy scenes are still shot in a very beautiful and not dirty way. Where is the camera angle and so on? How do I say it always? You see nothing, but you see everything because you have to use your imagination.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And who said it? I guess in one panel I heard Anastasia Filolenko. She said in Ukraine or AMO Pictures is always shooting intimacy scenes, not just for the sake of having sex. They shooting it because there is a change of the relationship of the two actors, or there's a story behind it. For example, I always can mention it again. We had in Ukraine one vertical with Bohdan Ruban and Liba Linska. It's called A Love Too Risky to Resist.
Mhm.
And it's an age gap vertical. And she's getting naked in this intimacy scene, but she wants him to turn the light off because she thinks she looks not beautiful enough. So she don't want him to see her naked.
Mhm.
And he said, "Are you crazy? You are so beautiful." It's not just out of the sake to having an intimate scene. It's there's still a story behind it.
It's a really small story.
And you can shoot a scene like that in a dirty way that some people would maybe say, hey, that's have maybe the perspective of a soft porn. But you can also shoot it in a very decent, beautiful way. And
Some the Dota sense they will watch like this one.
that's what I like. And I have to congratulate the Ukrainian production teams regarding this. That's not that dirty.
But
Because
sometimes some client want it. They they have to write it in the script and ask to shoot like this, like dirty,
mhm.
humiliation, and this one. I'm not really like the humiliation, but unfortunately, a lot of story now with these hooks because it works, and
Yeah,
this
unfortunately.
This is not a big cinematography like in the cinema. Each episode have to have a lot of hooks. They add in 1 minute a lot of humiliation, kisses, slaps, or etc. This way.
And the problem in most verticals are that the men are always strong, dominant, sometimes cruel people, and the females are always weak. They are always the victims. They can't survive without the billionaire CEO.
But now
And
it's changed. But now it's changed. I saw the
I
new
recently,
stories, the new scripts, and I thought
yeah,
that it will be a CEO woman, and
yeah.
she will dominate. They changed
I have,
characters.
for example, two YouTube formats. One is this one, The Magic Behind Ukrainian Actors, where I'm talking to Ukrainian actors and people out of the industry, but also to people who are maybe not from Ukraine, but they are working in the industry, but have something in common with Ukraine. For example, Casey Esser, he's a very famous vertical actor from the States. And
Mm-hmm.
he also is a producer, and his production debut was for a vertical on my drama. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I took him in this category. But since beginning of this year, I have a new format on YouTube. It's called Vertical Voices, where I'm talking to the audience to hear how they got into the vertical space. Which part do they have in the vertical space? Are they fans who love to watch verticals, or maybe they have a fan page to support a particular actor or actress, or maybe they have a review page? And I want to know how they discovered Ukrainian verticals and if they like them or dislike them. But
Mm-hmm.
also, I'm talking to creatives out of the vertical industry from all over the world and ask them, did you ever hear about Ukrainian verticals, or did you even watch them? Or did you maybe even considered to work for a Ukrainian production team? And no matter if it's in Ukraine, UK, USA, Canada, or Australia. And if they are interested, I can forward their contact details, for example, to AMO Pictures. And what they
Mm-hmm.
are doing on the
Really
end,
nice.
it's their business, but I can try to connect. And I talked recently to one woman out of the from the audience, and she said she likes a lot that in Ukrainian verticals, more females become more powerful. That's what she like, that they don't always have to be the weak person. And if it's necessary for the storytelling, then it's even, for example, the violence necessary. Because just imagine a mafia movie without any violence. It's not working.
No,
And
yeah.
so if it's necessary for the story, then it's totally fine to have something like that. But if it's unnecessary and you're just doing it because you want to, then it's a problem. And that's what I actually like about Ukrainian verticals. They're doing it not that much and in a different way.
Yeah. The woman have a big transformation from the beginning to the end, and it's
Yeah,
really cool.
I like that. I like that. But regarding your work, is there a scene from your previous work or into no or a particular vertical where you are actually proud of to doing it or that you could edit it?
Which vertical I'm proud of?
No, not just vertical, but is there maybe a particular scene which you
Ah,
edited and
mhm.
you are proud that you could make it like that?
I think that the scene, intimacy scene between Tatiana Malkova and Bohdan Ruban in Age Gap,
Hmm.
because it's really emotional. It's really colorful, really hot, I think.
Definitely, definitely. And this vertical was funny. I just say the scene while Bogdan is handcuffed on the bed. Hilarious. No,
The
but
frames with eyes really, really good.
it was amazing. Sorry. While you are editing, you see so many different actors in those verticals from the project you are editing. Is there one actor or actress which recently impressed you most regarding how they acted in this vertical?
I really like Tanya Zlova. She's amazing. And Bohdan Ruban. I think
Yeah.
that he really cool actor because he can play not just the role of handsome or rich. He can transform from story to story. It's a big diapason.
Es große,
Große Spannbreite, die
ja,
er
also
kann.
er kann spielen wirklich unterschiedliche Rollen und die sind unterschiedlich und es wirklich große Spannweite zwischen den Rollen.
Yeah.
Often,
What he wanted to say is that Bogdan can play so many different kind of roles without hesitation, and you can't put him just in a, for example, just put him in a box that he's, for example, only the mafia boss, and he can
yes, yes.
switch from all the different kind of roles, and that's what is impressing. The funny thing is actually he shot a vertical with Eugene Lisnici,
I know it.
and I saw some stunt scenes in there. And I know, unfortunately, since then he have back problems
Hmm.
because he jumped backwards and landed on a table, which were cracking. I guess something to edit it in the right position to make it believable how they do the stunts. That must be interesting as well.
I think that Bohdan really, when he does his stunts, he tried to use his 150% energy to this because it's really look professional.
Definitely.
They have a lot of some trainings before the shooting. Bohdan, Artyom Plonder, and Lisnichi, and a lot of another actors like Max Tkachenko, really good. I created the last one story with Artem Plonder, Sultan. I don't know the
Oh,
whole name.
it's for the Ukrainian TV or something, right?
No, 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 no. It will be vertical. It's not a gossip, but I think that I don't know. I don't think that it's confidential because the release will be
What is her name? Is her name Ksenia Katarina Fain in it?
Katerina. I don't know the name of the main
Hold
actress. I
on,
know.
hold on.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will show you a picture because I saw last year he shot something in those amazing costumes. They
Yeah.
were riding horses, and I thought it's for the Ukrainian TV shows or cinema and not
Uh,
a vertical.
No, no, no. This one will be for drama shorts.
Woo!
Not horses. They're not horses, but it's like a Turkish sultan. Some
Yes,
relations. They have a lot of costumes, perfect location. I think that
I
you
love
will enjoy.
that.
You will enjoy it. It's really, really
I love
nice
that.
one.
Now, because I love that so much, because a few years ago, sorry that I'm not looking into the camera, I'm just looking for the actress I'm talking about. But my list is so long. Just a second. Katharina Fain. Come on. She have beautiful hair. I don't know if you can see her.
I know her. I edit with
Looks.
her some serial for TV show in 2021 with
Yeah.
her and Snitchy, if I don't messed up with this.
No, but what I wanted to say regarding the Sultan story, a few years ago, I was craving a Turkish series on YouTube. And it has 140 episodes, and each episode is have the length of around 1 hour.
Oh, it's a huge
And
amount.
yes, it's called The Magnificent Century, and it's about Sultan Suleiman the first, how do you say it in English, empire of the
Mhm.
Osman area. And it's kind of a story which really happened, but still for the movie they had to add some stuff. But
Mhm.
I was craving it because as a teenager and child, I've been often in Turkey because my parents always had a caravan, so we traveled around the country. And I've been at many places where Sultan Suleiman and his family lived and where all the family members are buried. I didn't knew it at this point, but while I watched this movie, I said, "Oh, I was there. I see that, and I've been there." And I could only watch it with English subtitles because I didn't translate it in German. And I love this era. If there's something coming out like that, ooh, that's gonna be good.
I think you like it.
Definitely, and I can tell you the fans will like it too, because right now we have at the moment 111 verticals, including 9 pilot projects made in Ukraine since
Yeah.
beginning of the vertical era. And
To 2023, I think,
yes,
from this time.
yes.
And
Uh,
in this year, I think that it can be plus 70 or maybe 100
I know. They
stories.
plan a lot this year. They plan a lot this year. And those verticals are not just made by AMO. There have been a few production companies on it. Also, Holy Water, so the owner of My Drama, they produce themselves some stories, even with the same actors like AMO is using. And I like them a lot, and I can't wait for all them. And I can tell you, I watched them all. I watched them all, and some of them several times, because to make those filmographies, because I started to doing it because I couldn't find anything about Ukrainian verticals and vertical actors online because I
Hmm.
didn't fill something out like IMDb. That's why I created this. And I have to watch those shows to see who's acting in there and what are their role names, when got the movie released, and on which platform you can watch it. And I always have the movie picture.
Which
So
work, really, thank you for this.
you are welcome. And if you would forward me maybe later a list of all of your work, I
Yeah,
can
sure,
and
no problem.
I can, first of all, I can name them in the description of the YouTube video, but also
Okay,
you will become a member of our fandom and you will get your own profile on there where we can
cool.
show on which projects you work. Because I have also on there the directors, some showrunners, some script writers, and one director for action and fight scene. And if I can get the credits, because unfortunately, those verticals don't often have credits. And that's why you
Unfortunately,
couldn't
yeah.
find anything. Sometimes they do have credits now, but not always. And that's a huge problem. And that's why I can help out the community to find their favorite actors and actresses and which else verticals they can watch them. But also, I can pull you creatives into the right spotlight to be seen, to get recognized for your great work, what you are all doing.
It's very
And
nice.
even if we record this conversation right now, it's not getting posted so quickly. But yesterday, I had my first anniversary of this fandom. I started this fandom on the
Oh,
25th of February 2025.
my congratulations.
Thank you. And we are growing fast because, like I mentioned before, we have right now 177 actors in the fandom. And it's not just, well, those are not just actors who are based in Ukraine. There are also actors who are Ukrainian but live, for example, in the States and working there in the vertical space. But also actors from abroad who travel to Kiev to shoot there. They have all the part in the fandom. And I started with 13 actors and actresses. And now you see how fast we
Very
grew.
huge amount, really.
Yeah. And
Job.
it's great to see. And it's really great to see. And I'm really impressed about Ukrainian people. I mean, Alexandra heard it already in another conversation which we had with Lee Berlinska. But I'm so impressed how strong and brave you all are. And you are so full of life, what you're all going through if you live in Ukraine. And that's so amazing to see.
Thank you. Thank you a lot
You're
for this.
welcome. Bohdan, is there anything what you maybe want to say to the audience, whatever you want?
I want to say thank you who watched to the end. That means that it's really interesting about my work, about the work of our production, our company, about this interview. Actually, it's my first interview, English interview. So
That's good.
it's a really nice experience for that. I think that it was interesting for you and for the audience.
Definitely, definitely, because we all want to know what's going on behind the scene, and And you are not the first or the first guest who had their first English-speaking interview here. Or not. Yeah, there have been a few actors who had never been before or never been before in the English-speaking interview. So you're all welcome. And you see, it's not that bad. And I'm not a ruthless journalist.
No,
I hope
it's true.
at least
It's
I'm
true.
not.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
No, but Bohdan, thank you so much for your time. And even Alexandra, thank you that you've been here, even if you been a
Yeah,
nice decoration today.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
just in case you've been here, and I'm really thankful that you are here. But Bohdan, I wish you a lot of success going on with your work, and thank you so much for what you are doing, because
Thank
we
you.
all
Thank you.
enjoy.
Thank you for your invitation.
You are welcome. And if you have some colleagues from behind the scene and they want to talk about their profession, just send them my way.
Okay. Okay. I'll do it.
I would love to talk to them. And even if they only speak Ukrainian, for example, if Alexandra have time, we will do it. So they don't need to be afraid, or if they don't talk often in English, we have someone who helps out.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Then I wish you a great day and thank you for being here.
I wish you too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.